Mike King Biz. On the mic with Mike. Richmond's premier business radio platform. Can make the community better. No one does it better than Mike King Biz. On the mic with Mike. Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. Mike King here. This is part of the Mike King Biz Media Network, ESPN Rich 106.1, every day from 5 to 7 a.m. Hey, listen, I'm just a public servant, just a dude with a radio talk show. You know, I try. These young people are out there. I tell them, come to the station. Look who came back. Maranda. All right, so here, Miranda's back with us. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It has been some years. How many times I'm always telling you, come on into the studio?
Every single time.
Every single time. And then I see your name on the schedule, and I'm like, is she coming? Mm-hmm. And not only did she come, she brought her mama with her.
I did.
That's right. All right, so tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Maranda. I'm a jewelry designer from Richmond, Virginia. The name of my brand is called Ginger's Love. Yeah, we specialize in hypoallergenic jewelry, and we're trying to bring a little luxury.
Bring luxury.
Luxury, yeah.
So we've had a conversation over the years about your brand, the evolution of it. Everybody got a dream at home. They want to make this happen. They want to do those things. Talk about making dreams come true.
It's crazy. I'm actually living in my dreams as I speak. I just got on with selling at Walmart online.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Really.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, 1 second here. Okay, here we go. See, that's right. I ain't going to say nothing about a fellow Capricorn. We know how to get stuff done.
We do.
Yes, we do. Okay.
Efficiently.
All right, so the evolution, I remember talking to you when you were talking about your brand, getting it out there. And shout out how I met you through the Jimmy Budd and Richmond the Fashion Week.
Absolutely.
So you're helping, they're doing all kinds of things. How do you take that and get to Walmart? When somebody starts out with
It's so many different ways. I would say preparation. I feel like I've been preparing myself years and years and being okay with just sitting back and taking time. And honestly, for me, letting God be God. That's pretty much what I do. But if you're looking for the strategic methods, it's doing the research, having your credentials behind you, whether it comes to having your G10 numbers, that's your SKU numbers. Those are important. Those are things when you get to certain levels, that's not a conversation that needs to be had. Yeah, they're already expecting you to have these things.
Oh, that's not learning. You need to know that.
You need to know that. They're not going to tell you. Like with Amazon, they have a way that you can still sell without having to pay for your barcode and things like that. But when you get into like Shein and Walmart and different things like that, yeah.
So how long you been in business?
I've been in business for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you know you had something that's just like, okay, this thing is kind of cool, but all of a sudden, all right, this is a business?
I believe not just when I got the support from like my followers, my friends, my family, but when I just went out there and I started applying for different markets, and not just like pop-up markets in the city, but actually doing a big market out in Las Vegas. It's called the Magic Market.
Really?
And I learned about that in college because I studied fashion merchandising at Old Dominion. So go Monarchs, and pretty much that's what our teacher taught us. She said, if you want to get in Macy's, these are things you need to do. So I just pretty much utilized where the world is going now and what my education taught me. So I kind of combined the two,
When you went to ODU, what did you go there to study?
I went there undecided because I didn't know, right? I honestly went there undecided for a whole year. Mm-hmm. I was there just taking regular electives because I knew I had to figure out something, and I didn't want to be a super senior. That was my biggest thing. I would come home and I'm like, Mom, I don't want to be a super senior. There's nothing wrong with super seniors because I'm glad y'all graduated, but I knew ODU had 4 years.
So that's what he told me and White told us, saying, we got 4-year money. We barely got 4-year money. So we ain't got no time to be you figuring it out.
Right.
All right, so here, I didn't know you operate at that level and scale. I thought yours is kind of like custom. You make some pieces here and there. I didn't know you're scaling to that point.
That's where I'm scaling. As of right now, I'm still able to do making the pieces here and there. That's what Walmart and Amazon allows me to do with the marketplace. But as I'm scaling, I am talking with manufacturers to mass produce, because eventually when you scale, you got to go big, and you can't do it by yourself. You can't. And I realized that, like, you need the help, and it's okay to say, hey, help over here, but you make sure you get them to sign those papers so they don't go off with your creations. So.
And you know, it was funny. So that's right. When you own your own, people can't run you out of town, but you got to own it. So shout out to our good friends out there. My friend Dr. Danny Gladden Green, she's just like, a bandit on intellectual property. Okay. And you were not having conversations with her unless we didn't sign some NDAs, because people will swagger jack your idea and act like it was theirs. And you'll see your idea running down the street.
And so you inspired them.
Exactly. I sure would like to think about it, but they ain't paying for it. All right, so on the mic with Mike, Miranda's here with us. We go way, way, way back. What'd you get from when you were operating and dealing with RVA Fashion Week? What'd you learn?
I learned, honestly, I would say how to network. I say,
oh, you can work a room, though.
Yeah. He taught me. He taught me how to work a room, and that's really important when it comes to networking, just being a people person and with business in general. Like, you have to get to know your customers, just people, even if they're not going to be your customers, just learning people helps your business grow.
My dad would always say, I don't care who you know. It's what we go through the steps. It's not what you know, it's who you know. My dad would always say, I don't care who you know, it's who knows you. When you walk into a room, when I go into a room, especially some things at night, I'll go to everything. I'm up at 4 o'clock waiting for the world to show up. When we get past 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I can't even see you. So when you see me at something at 6, 7 o'clock at night, it's something important. Because one, I done went home more than likely. And when you get to a certain age, you're going to start getting to that point where I don't know whether I'm making it back out. I tell people, I'm at the crib at 4 o'clock. Now, when you see me at 7, and I ain't going to be there long. You know me.
You don't.
I don't. I'm taking some pictures, a video. Hey, I'm at the house. Y'all go. These streets is dangerous at 9 o'clock at night.
They are.
I'm like, no. And business is done for me 9 to 5. Or earlier. Alrighty, so what's up next for you and your program?
What's next for Ginger's Love is I really want people to come check me out. Find me on Walmart.com. Find me on Amazon.com, because that's how we keep more of us in these rooms, and you keep building the momentum, and that way I can keep going further and I can keep figuring out, the next moves, or getting into the Macy's, the Nordstroms, the places in store. So when you're walking in, you're like, oh, she from Richmond, she from around the corner, so that's the goal now, is just actually capitalizing on the online sales and getting my team together. I've hired a virtual assistant. She's awesome.
How hard was that?
You know what? It took years.
Because you got to give up. I haven't been able to do it yet. I think because I'm sort of a little bit too unruly. And then that would mean I got to straighten up to get to hire somebody. No, hey, Mr. Uncle Phil is out there, Philip Noel. He's out there. So if you ever need anybody to help with some marketing, things and being connected, my man Philip Noel is the guy. But, yes, and the virtual assistant is the one, because, it's like, hey, Mom, remember when she first started driving? For a parent, you don't want to do that, but they done made you go to school and everything lasted for 15 minutes. Now I done drove you over there, and now you're only there for 15 minutes. Now I got to take you all over the place. So I give you the keys, and I tell you, just go to the store and come back and don't go anywhere else. Okay. I've made that trip 1,000 times. I know it takes 6 minutes to get to the store. Now you've been going for an hour and something trying to explain to me why you took forever and ever to go to the store. It works the same way with getting an assistant and help. You got to straighten up first to be able. They can help you.
That's a fact.
What's the biggest part of having an assistant? What's it done for you?
I would say it's held me accountable. Because a lot of times you get to move how you want to move, but when they're asking you questions and stuff like that, you need to make sure you respond in a timely manner, because, we're used to like, oh, I can get to that. I have the time for that. But when you're delegating tasks and they really want to get it done for you and you have someone good, you recognize that. And I hold myself accountable. So I ask her, hey, what could I do better to make this easier for you, so that way you can help me more? So things like that, because again, I can't do it by myself. Try, it doesn't work.
You tried. You got the bullet holes to show, because, well, as Capricorns, we will be out there just we just operate and move differently, and sometimes some injuries come with that as well. But what we do is we just keep on going. All right, what's next for you, and how can people connect with you, and how can people help you out there?
I would say tell a friend to find me at www.gingerslove.com. I make custom pieces, male and female and non-binary. So whatever you want, I can get that done for you. Find me on Instagram, gingers.love.llc, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Just Google you.
Just Google me. Actually, you can Google me.
That's when you get to a certain point. You just tell all of the places you could find me. You know what? Just Google me.
You can.
Okay, so, all right, Ginger's, let's talk about where did the name come from?
Ginger's Love. So the name actually came a little bit before the pandemic, right before everyone stopped going out and about. I was hanging out with one of my best friends, and she has a really big personality. Love her to death. And someone just randomly said, "Girl, you're spicy." He said, "But your friend, she's calm, cool. She's in the corner. You know, I'm kind of chill. You know." I said, "Well, I guess I'm like Ginger. Good for your spirit, good for your soul." So yeah. So when
I never heard. Yeah. Man, see, that's what happens. You get your own show, hang around young people. So okay, so wait a minute, give me that one again. So the friend,
she's spicy, so I call her Spice. Like on my phone, she's a Spice Baby. You know what I mean? Like that's my best friend. She got my back. So I'm Ginger. So she'd be like Ginger. And even when, you know, sometimes when you're out and about and your friends will say Miranda or call you by your name, but when I heard Ginger, I knew they were talking to me.
You know
so I knew. And so when the pandemic happened, they kept saying, eat ginger. It's good for you. Make you feel better, you know. So I was like, that's right. It shows my ownership. Gingers.
That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's success right there. So I don't like to come out there chasing you on these streets because I can only chase you to about 3:30. You know, it takes years. I leave a light on for people. I'm kind of like Motel 6. But, you know, I operate a little bit better than that. But you get the idea, Motel 6. They leave the light on for you, and you're going to come home. So you came back here. Congratulations on everything. Like I said, you didn't roll in here solo. Let's see. What I normally do is we pull people on camera.
Okay.
Mom, you want to come on? Come on now.
Show the people.
Hey, come on. Wait. Okay.
Cut from?
Okay, you don't want us to turn the camera so you don't be messing with people.
Okay.
Mom
said no.
Mom said no.
Oh, this means that one day when she says yes, it's going to be a big...
And you know what happened? And then you know what's happened? She's going to have to come back in there. We pull people in.
That's it.
Right? Because that's what we do. We change how people see things. Hey, Randy Wilson podcast. It's another rock star right here. Maranda, I met her through Jimmy Butt and the RV Fashion Week, a brand that's out there scaling. Walmart. What was it like when you got the thing saying from Walmart that you were in?
I cried.
I
definitely did.
You want to say, look.
I did. I was like,
look what I did.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I really was. And I'm just grateful to, to say that I, created this thing from my brain, but I actually, put my trust in God and in the skills He gave me to scale this way.
There you go. On the mic with Mike. I roll with people who do things different. Like I always say, make sure you take care of the sponsors and advertisers. Go check out her and her product right there. One, because I always tell you, the microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids need stuff.
Michael Mikes. My name is Isabella, and you're listening to My King Biz. Hubby, that's my scam.
Yeah, that's my granddaughter, Isabella. So make sure you go buy from the sponsors, advertisers, because that Amazon truck never keeps going. It always stops at my house. I don't know what's going on, but I ain't got no authority about anything.
I love that.
Exactly. So we go ahead and make sure we check with Ginger. That's
Love.
Ginger's Love. I like that. And we attract some spicy, big personality people.
Okay.
But we're cool with letting them shine.
Yeah. I'm
good. You can shine. All right, we got to go. She got stuff to do. I got people in the studio. I got to go. All right, you know what? And this is my new this is my new walk-up song. I'm trying to get my wife to understand, but she ain't getting it, and so I just want this to play when I walk in the house.